Hey, what's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. This is going to be another update for records once again, and I'm very happy for that. I'm going to show off the records that I have bought, and then in the next update I will show off a huge pile of free records that I got for free, and I'm very, very happy from the ones that I have decided to choose. And I will show off the other stuff involving CDs and some DVDs and such. So right now, let's just jump right into the records that I have bought lately. So the first one is Bob Dylan's John Wesley Harding. This is a 2003 remaster, and this is a really, really good album. It's not one of my top 10 favorites from Dylan. I prefer Nashville Skyline pretty much way higher than this. This is the Columbia and Sundays remaster, and it's a mono version of this album, and I find that really interesting to hear a mono remaster, so this is a very, very good purchase. Now, most of these records that I have bought are from Miles Davis. You know I love Miles Davis. So the first one is On the Corner. This is the 2012 Music on Vinyl audiophile pressing version. It is a really challenging ride, and it is just crazy. It's chaotic. It's not an album that is just mind-blowing when you first listen to this album. You may like it or don't like it, but you need to listen to this album a lot of times to really appreciate it. And I did that, and I think it's a very, very good album. It's still difficult, but in a good way. And it's just a really, really well-made album, On the Corner. This next one, Jack Johnson. This is the first original master recording vinyl I have ever bought in my collection, and this is a 2015 remaster, and as you can see right there, it's a special limited edition version, and my number is 6063. And what's also amazing is that this includes a big ass booklet with some stuff on the inside of it, and tons, and I mean tons, of other records that have been released from this series. And you can see some that you're very familiar with. Some records from like Bob Dylan, Miles Davis, Judas Priest, Stevie Wonder, the Allman Brothers Band, and Billy Joel, Dire Straits. You know, and the record itself is just fantastic. It's funky, and it's just exciting to listen to. The lineup's amazing on here. Herbie Hancock, Steve Grossman, John McLaughlin on electric guitar. This album contains one of John's very best guitar playing he's ever done. Michael Henderson and Billy Cobham, and of course, the legend Miles Davis. So I highly, highly recommend Jack Johnson, and I am going to put this back in after this video. But Jack Johnson, you need to listen to this. It's 2 tracks, and it's just an incredible, great album. One of my high personal favourites from Miles Davis. The next 2 are different live albums that were recorded in the same date, July 1st, 1975, during a tour from the mid-70s at Japan, Agharta, and this album, Pangea. I might have mispronounced that, I apologise. Agharta, this is the Music on Vinyl remaster from 2015, and I wanted to buy the original Japanese pressing of this album. Sorry for the glaring, by the way. I've been watching different BC members on YouTube. but it was too expensive to purchase the original pressing of the album from Japan. But this remaster is just amazing, and it's a double album. You know, since this is quite a long video, I'll show you this. This is the North American release, the cover of it, and here is the gatefold. Agharta is particularly my personal favourite live album from Miles Davis. It's just an album that's funky, it's fun, it's loud, it is crazy, and at moments it is just energetic stuff, and at moments it's soft and so chilled out, and I think it's Miles Davis at his very best. And if you want to get into some live albums from Miles Davis, I would recommend Agharta, unless there are some other live albums from him that you might be interested in. Go right ahead, it's your choice, not mine. But if you want some great recommendations of live albums from Miles Davis, I would say Agharta. Agharta is just a near perfect masterpiece. Same with Pangaea. This is the Four Men with Beards remaster, and it's from 2011, and this is just as great as Agharta. I mean, look at the gatefold. Have a look at this. This is just fantastic. It's 2 tracks. It's 88 minutes of the same musical style like Agharta, but Gondwana, the second track from this live album, is my personal favourite live track from Miles Davis ever. So I think it's just as fantastic as Agharta. I didn't expect the release of Agharta to be panned upon release, but in later reviews it got much more praise. So yeah, these are my 2 recommendations of some amazing 70s live albums from Miles Davis. Agharta and Pangaea. Changes 2 by David Bowie. I do have Changes 1, but I'll show you guys that in another update. This does have tracks like Aladdin Sane, Oh You Pretty Things, Starman, Sound and Vision, you know. So you can't go anything wrong with Bowie. You just can't. And the next one, Cream, Live Cream Volume 2. This is just amazing stuff. And I love the live version of Tales of Brave Ulysses on here, which is just absolutely phenomenal. I prefer the first Live Cream album than this, but this is still a really, really good album from start to finish. The last 2 are from Tangerine Dream. This is Phaedra. This is the original UK pressing, and it is the gatefold, and the record plays so swimmingly. And what can be said about Phaedra via the Virgin label? I wouldn't really say that it's their best album, as many Tangerine Dream fans say that Phaedra's their best album. It is one of my high favourites. I don't think it's a classic though, but it's very, very, very close. I think I will prefer Rubicon over Phaedra, to be honest. It's quite similar to Phaedra, but more darker, and it's such a stunning album. But Phaedra, this album is still beautiful to listen to, and it's just so chill and very laid back, and quite a spacey, adventurous piece of ambience music. So that's Phaedra by Tangerine Dream. And this Tangerine Dream album that I'm going to show off. This is the last record, by the way. This album made me become a huge fan of Tangerine Dream, and I cannot believe that this album blew me away when I first listened to this. Force Majeure. This is my favourite Tangerine Dream album, and this is another original UK pressing, and as you can see from the sticker, it's a clear cut. And have a look at this. This is now one of my favourite records that I've bought. And have a look at this. Boom! Look at that. How amazing is that? It's ambient, but at the same time, it's proggy, and it's just exciting to listen to. And oh my god, it's just a classic album. And this is now one of my new all-time favourite albums. If you want to listen to some exciting proggy music with some elements of ambient stuff here and there, get this. Force Majeure by Tangerine Dream. Wow, I cannot believe that a record like this blew me away from the first listen, and every time I listened to it, it got better and better and better as I kept playing this album from start to finish. There were no problems, no skips, no jumps whatsoever. So yeah, Force Majeure by Tangerine Dream. And that is it, guys. That is my update for tonight. And I am very looking forward to do the newer update videos in the coming future. And I will promise that I will come back to do more album reviews. I know it has been a month, but really didn't have the time to do more album reviews as I should have done. But, well, hey, I will be back to do them, I promise. Thank you guys for watching, and I will keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.